What's up, guys? It's Stop Loss here. I'm gonna show you guys how I basically got funded and my strategy, and I hope you guys enjoy. This is particularly for ICT. Very easy strategy. We're gonna break it down for you guys. If you guys would like, please subscribe, like, and follow. Let's go. All right. So right here we got my certificate of funded trader, top step. So I've been trading for 4 years, unsuccessful, and I finally got my funded account. First week, I'm doing shorts, and I'm doing Instagrams, I'm doing TikToks. Follow me on Instagram, stoploss.ai, if you guys want to see the day-to-day. I'm recording every single trade, and yeah, and a little recap of the trade. And basically it's going to be this strategy, and I'm going to show you guys the blueprints, what you guys can do to get funded with this strategy. It's super simple, and this is the only strategy I'm going to use. Let's go. All right, session liquidity reversal strategy. That's what it is. So you need to mark these times in your chart. We have Asia, we have London, we got New York pre-market, we got New York AM, New York AM highs and lows, New York lunch, and New York PM. So basically, you would want to trade after. Like if you're trying to trade the Asian market, you would trade after midnight. If you're trying to trade after London, you trade after 5:30, after 9:30. You know, you could pick any of these markets. I don't recommend you pick the New York PM market because you can't really trade after that for the futures. Particularly, this strategy works with NASDAQ. Okay, so what you would like to see is you would mark the high of the range. So high right here, low right here. Here we have London, we have the high right here, low right here. And key note, relatively equal highs and relatively equal lows. Here we have relatively equal lows in Asian, so you could put a plus right here. So that means this high probability short option over here, and you're looking for this. Boom, you see how this market didn't take out this low, Asian low. So that trade is still on, and this is also a reversal strategy. Look at all those liquidity buyers right here. Boom, you would be waiting for your setup around here. You could take it back up over here, relatively equal highs. That's the strategy. Mark off these levels, and I'm going to show you how to use these levels and play with these levels with a very easy setup. Very easy. Let's continue. Please note, previous day highs and previous day lows are very important. This is conjunction with the session liquidity. If this is the high of the day, please mark it, because if we do take out that, we're taking out all of these sellers over here. So anyone who sold here, put their stop over here. Anyone who sold here, put their stop over here. You're taking out the whole range of liquidity. You know, it's very important. Previous day highs, previous day lows, session liquidity. Let's go. Next part. All right, checklist. So you would want a sweep of a session liquidity high or low, and a close below or above the liquidity high or low. I'm gonna show you an example. Our entry confirmations are either turtle soup, depending on what time, order block confirmation, or fair value gap entry. Your target is another session liquidity or relatively equal highs and lows in a session. So here we have a perfect example, and I told you I'll break it down. I will break it down. So here we have market during New York AM, New York pre, which is 7 o'clock to 9:30. Basically 9:25 it came up, swept London high, so it swept the relatively equal highs right here, swept it right here, and then it's more clear over here. So we swept it, price came down, and we closed below the previous day high right here, this previous day high. We closed below that. We didn't even have to go above it. So I got turtle soup entry because we wicked it and then we started coming down right here. I was basically short right over here. Turtle soup. Didn't have to wait for an order block confirmation. That's my turtle soup entry. I'm not trying to short over here. I want to see a confirmation right here. I shorted right here 9:30. Put my stop over here. This is my turtle soup type of entries. There's more confirmation for me. So I want to see a respect. It didn't want to close above. Perfect. Grab liquidity. Perfect. And then relatively equal lows. Perfect. This is an A+ setup. If your target is relatively equal lows or relatively equal highs, that's A+. If it takes out two session liquidities, if it has a confirmation of a previous day high, previous day low, and then relatively equal highs, that is A+ setups. And if you need more advice, if you guys want one-on-one tutorials, comment down below. I'm gonna give one-on-ones to people who say one-on-one. So comment one-on-one if you want a one-on-one tutorial on the strategy step by step. I'm going fast because this is actually an intermediate strategy. It's for people who have already been in the space. But if you're new, I can walk through every single step, very slow and meticulous. Comment one-on-one. So anyways, we close below right here. This candle closed below. We do not have an entry. We do not have an order block, sorry. We do have the turtle soup. So if you want to close below, you want to short right here, you're okay putting your stop there. Perfect. If you're looking for a long range, you know, TGIF, if you know what that is, you're already pretty advanced. Market was pretty high, so Fridays you're looking for a little retracement of the weekly range. So TGIF, you could have short right here, put it right there. I like the close below the liquidity level because it shows confluence. Like, so right here, like basically this low right here, we closed below it, right? But we've never closed back above. Right here, this high tried to go back above. It is not bullish until it goes back above that session liquidity. You know what I'm saying? So that's really important. If you want to just keep looking at like levels with that type of basis, like boom, we didn't close below these levels right here, this level right here. Once we close below, it starts getting bearish. We need to close back above for it to be bullish. That's very key. Jade Cap, you know, I took that from Jade Cap. Great trader in the space, YouTube space, has over a prop firm over, you know, made over $1 million in his accounts. But anyways, we close below, we validate the order block right here once we close below this low, and then this is another short entry. We do not have a fair value gap entry, but this is just me showing you the actual execution and an A+ setup. So this is A+ setup once again because we took a high and our target is the low. So this was my setup on the 5-minute. I shorted right here, stopped right here, my target was right here. It was $100 risk to make 200. I got break even. If you guys want to see the full rate trade recap of this trade specifically, check my Instagram, stoplost.ai, and I'll give you the whole recap on that video. Is day 2, day 3 coming up on Monday. If you learned something, please like, follow, and subscribe. This is a very simple model. To get funded, I think you need a simple model that repeats almost every day, or you know, it has a clear distinction between an A+ setup. So once again, A+ setups are relatively equal highs, relatively equal lows in the session. That is your setup. That is your A+ setup. And then you're looking for opposing liquidity. Boom, relatively equal highs. Dot. If this relatively equal highs are right here, there's relatively equal highs. You sweep the lows first, then you look for the highs. Turtle soup, OB, fair value gap entry. Boom. See ya. Let's go.